Who is this actually good for? Who should skip it? And is it worth the price for normal, everyday buyers? If you're standing in front of a bright conference room wall wondering whether a 65-inch commercial-grade screen is overkill for your office, or if a small boutique is trying to decide whether to splurge on a 4K signage panel instead of a regular TV, those are the exact doubts I want to clear up today. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. The biggest hesitation most people feel with a display like the Samsung QM65R is that it sits in a gray zone between a consumer TV and a purpose-built digital sign. You get a premium price tag, but you also get features that ordinary home screens simply don't have. That tension makes it easy to end up with a screen that's either underused or, worse, a poor fit for the lighting and mounting conditions you have. Let's start with the environment where this model really shines. The QM65R is marketed as a 24/7 commercial signage panel, which means Samsung has engineered it for continuous operation, higher brightness, and a non-glare surface that tolerates bright ambient light. In a corporate lobby that's lit with overhead fluorescence and natural windows, the 500 nit brightness pushes the image out far enough that you don't have to dim the lights just to see a video loop. The non-glare coating also means you won't get those annoying hotspots when someone walks by with a phone torch, something you'll notice immediately with a consumer-grade TV in the same spot. That same brightness and anti-glare treatment also makes the unit a solid candidate for conference rooms that double as digital signage zones. Because the panel supports HDMI, Wi-Fi, and even Cisco WebEx room kit integration, you can plug a laptop in for a meeting and then flip a switch to run a looping brand video after hours without having to rewire anything. The system design means the box you mount on the back of the display houses the processor, so you're not dealing with a separate media player that could fail or get lost in a cabinet. For an IT manager who wants to reduce cable clutter and keep the whole thing as a single, clean unit, that's a practical win. Now, let's talk about the upscaling. Samsung's intelligent UHD upscaling is advertised to take lower resolution content and boost it to 4K without looking pixelated. In real life, I've seen this work nicely when a company runs older PowerPoint decks or 1080p promotional videos. The text stays crisp, and the colors stay vibrant enough that you're not constantly tweaking the source files. That said, the upscaling isn't magic. If you feed the screen a blurry webcam feed during a video call, the panel can only clean it up so much. The result is a slightly softer picture than you'd get from a native 4K source, which is something a design studio that needs razor-sharp detail for portfolio reviews might notice. The mounting story is another real-world factor. Samsung sells the QM65R as a slim, elegant design that's meant to be wall-mounted with clean cable management. The depth is thin enough that it looks like a picture frame, but you still need a sturdy commercial-grade Visa mount that can hold the weight, roughly 70 pounds. If you're an office that already has a robust mounting system, the transition is painless. If you're a small retailer trying to bolt it to a standard drywall anchor, you'll hit a snag. The extra effort and possibly the cost of a professional installer is something you need to factor into the total spend. So, who should buy this and who should walk away? If you run a corporate headquarters, a university building, a medical office, or any space where you need a display that can run all day, every day, with minimal maintenance, the QM65R checks a lot of boxes. The built-in Wi-Fi and compatibility with Cisco WebEx also make it a natural fit for organizations that already use those tools for remote collaboration. The 4K resolution, while not strictly necessary for static signage, becomes a real advantage when you occasionally need to showcase detailed product shots, architectural renderings, or high-resolution video content. In those cases, the extra pixel density gives you a professional look that a typical 1080p commercial panel can't match. Conversely, if you're an everyday consumer looking for a TV to watch Netflix or play games, the QM65R is overkill. The 500 nit brightness is more than you'll need in a dim living room, and the price is calibrated for businesses, not for a family sofa. The lack of consumer TV features like built-in streaming apps, a remote control that's designed for couch potato navigation, or a low-latency gaming mode means you'll end up adding extra hardware just to get the same convenience you'd get from a regular TV. Also, if you're a small coffee shop that only wants to run a simple menu board for a few hours a day, a less expensive, lower brightness signage screen will likely deliver the same ROI with a smaller upfront cost. Let's weigh the practical strengths against the